little mad sometimes.
Man, it took a while to get that shit off. Hey everybody, this is Atticus, and it's been a long time since I brought out a Crucifixtion of the Mainstream Media episode onto this channel. So, for part 7 of the Crucifixion of the Mainstream Media, we're going to be talking about the mainstream media's absolute shit flipping of the new movie Joker, starring Joaquin Phoenix. And before I get down onto why the mainstream media is freaking out about this movie, I just want to let you guys know before making this video, I went to see it last night with my friend Caleb, and oh my god. Give a fucking Oscar to Joaquin Phoenix, because holy shit, this is like probably one of his best performances. I mean, I know Joaquin Phoenix best off of his role as Emperor Commodus in Gladiator, Meryl in Signs, and that one dude from The Village, I forgot his name, and also Johnny Cash in Walk the Line. Well, that was one of my favorite movies of his that he was a part of. But this movie, and where he stars as one of my favorite villains in DC, the Joker. I mean, I talked with Bon Bon the Suit about how I saw this, and she has said to me with this bold statement, he is better than Heath Ledger. And that is saying a lot. That is saying a lot right there. And honestly, I can't disagree with her, because Joaquin Phoenix, if you want to watch the movie yourself, and if you want a very good review on Joker, I have Chris Stuckman's review down on the description below. And if you watch it yourself, you can really tell that Joaquin Phoenix was at his A game. Method actors, not gonna lie, they're pretty goddamn amazing. And Joaquin Phoenix is definitely the exception. Now that's out of the way, let us get down onto the reason why that the mainstream media is flipping the fuck out over this movie. So, Joker. Why is this movie so controversial all of a sudden? Given the fact that this is a movie about one of the most evil, notorious, and sadistic psychopathic villains of the DC universe, and the arch nemesis of my favorite superhero, Batman. Well, since the first trailer came out not too long ago, early this year, all I gotta say, I was a little kid giddy with joy and was super fucking pumped over this movie. And you know a movie is really good when the mainstream media is flipping shit around, saying shit like that the Joker is somehow like the incel's wet dream or something, that this movie will inspire incels. And not to mention, right when the premiere was going to be coming out very soon, like in October 4th, I mean, I've seen articles that undercover police officers were going to be sitting in the movie theaters in case some crazy shit happened, and there were other shit going around and stuff. Which, I mean, I can understand in some ways, because during the premiere of The Dark Knight Rises in 2012, I mean, we all remember the tragedy when James Holmes went in all full SWAT gear and just gunned down a bunch of moviegoers for The Dark Knight Rises premiere. And I mean, it is in a way warranted, but do I think that this movie is going to inspire gun violence, or the fucking fact that it brings out mentally ill people in a wrong light, or say that, oh,
Black people can't have it bad because they have privilege?
I call that fucking bullshit. I mean, hell, one of my friends, Bon Bon the Suit, recently got to see the premiere, you know, dressed like this, and I mean, the policies at the theater that she was going to wouldn't allow her to be dressed up like that. Not to mention the cops were called on her and stuff. Because yeah, people that like to dress up as like the Joker, that's been done too many fucking goddamn times and no crazy shit happened, but due to with the mainstream media's focus on incel culture, they're like, oh
Jesus, it's gonna cause some incel violence.
which I'm not trying to say that we shouldn't be ignoring incels. I mean, yeah, I hate incels. They're fucking commies.
Commie! Commie!
In which they want to have easy sex by just doing absolutely nothing. And they're just fucking losers that deserve a bullet in their heads anyway. I mean, it's like the mainstream media want shit to happen so that they can write articles after articles after articles just to do the same fucking narratives, as in like, oh, the Joker movie has caused incel violence. Oh, let's talk about gun control for the 30 billionth time. Oh, look, this guy is pretty much the real life version of Mickey Altieri of Scream 2, in which on the trial he's gonna be all like,
I'm gonna blame the movies. It's pretty cool, huh? It hasn't been done before. These days, it's all about the trial. Can't you see it? The effects of cinema violence on society.
I mean, that's what the mainstream media wants. They want hits, they want clicks and stuff. They really want something bad to happen while people are seeing this movie. I really think it like that sort of way right there. I mean, like, oh my god. And I really am sick and fucking tired of this whole mentality of the fact that movies cause people to do violent things. Metal music, like Shining for instance, inspires me to do every degenerate thing possible, smoking meth and slitting my wrists while just clapping them big titty goth girl ass cheeks without her consent. And it's entertainment. It's fucking entertainment and it's fucking fiction. Yeah, I mean, the movie does explore a lot of dark shit and it provides a conversation. I can remember when I walked out of the movie theater with my friend Caleb, and for like 10 minutes, we just talked about the movie. That's all we did. I've never, in my entire 27 years of existence on this planet, never had that feeling of watching a movie. Just having a very deep conversation on just what the movie was about and stuff. And I also said, I'm probably gonna make a video on this, which I'm doing right now. Now, the Joker saying it's like a controversial film. Yeah, it is a controversial film. It's a dark film that brings out a conversation onto all the stuff that we ignore in society, like for instance, mental illness and shit. And the story just explores a guy that does suffer from a condition where he laughs in very inappropriate situations. I looked it up, and you just almost feel sorry for the guy, but you also have to remember, this is the fucking Joker we're gonna be talking about. Because, I mean, instead of just finding ways to really help himself, but he's in this situation and where he has nowhere else to go until he finally fucking snaps. And that's just what I really liked about this movie, because it does explore on why the Joker, it's just another mythos onto the Joker and his origins. Most people like on how the Joker has like this very unknown origin. Some comics have explained it, but just like the fucking fact that a lot of people are saying that this movie was very, very fucked up and like, you know, very extreme. You haven't fucking read the comics of the Joker. Like, the Joker in the comics is very, very fucked up. I mean, this is like a guy, especially to all the people that are saying, yeah, the Joker was physically, emotionally, and sexually abusive towards Harley Quinn. I mean, he fucking raped her, left her to be impregnated, for Christ's sakes. I mean, look it up in the comics, for Christ's sakes. Could you just fucking imagine, like, if a Clockwork Orange was released, premiered this year? People would be losing their collective shit. Honestly, I mean, back in the 70s when that movie was released, I mean, it was regarded as one of Stanley Kubrick's most controversial films. I mean, like, that scene.
I'm singing in the road, just singing in the road. What a glorious feeling, I'm happy again.
I'm not gonna show the rest because it is a very fucked up scene. But I also have to remember that this is just a movie. Entertainment. I mean, I'm not gonna go around with a few of my friends as like our own little Drew gang and do this type of fucked up shit. No, absolutely fucking not. But there have been other controversial films that have been going out over the years that I will indeed say are far more worse than the Joker. I'm talking about films like Cannibal Holocaust, Human Centipede, a Serbian film, and of course, the queen mother of all fucked up films, Salo, 120 Days of Sodom. That movie, to a lot of people, and a lot of people will agree, that it is the most controversial film ever made. It makes Joker look like a puppy dog. I've never seen it, but I've heard how fucked up it is, and I've also seen some scenes. I mean, I don't want to watch it because I don't like the fucking fact that I have to watch people being force-fed human shit. And me talking about it makes my stomach churn. Like who the fuck even does that? But I also have to remind myself that it's just a movie. It is a fucked up movie, but it's just a movie. It's entertainment. Very fucked up entertainment. It's like people think that like before movies were made that a lot of people lived in peace and harmony as well as fucking video games. Yeah, let's completely ignore the fucking fact that back in Roman times you had people literally fighting each other to the death in the Colosseum, being mauled by animals. You also had Emperor Nero force most of his actors in plays to literally kill themselves. And if they didn't go off with the act, you had Nero's hitmen, Praetorian guards, do the work for him and stuff. I mean, human beings have done violent shit and atrocities even before films came out. I mean, humans have had violence throughout most of human civilization, human history. That's just how we humans have become. Because in truth, we are all very different. And that is why we're all killing each other to this very fucking day. I swear to God, I mean, people really think that this movie is going to cause a lot of incels to do shit when, I mean, most of all the memes about the Joker and all this shit about the controversy is just done by shit posters like me, for instance, and shit. I don't think it's gonna cause some crazy shit to happen. Yeah, there's some cases where some people did some stuff, but when me and my friends saw it, I mean, nothing really crazy fucking happened. It really didn't. It is a movie that asks a lot of questions. It is a movie that has very gritty, but as well as very beautiful cinematography. I think it's also a way to really strike up a conversation on how we treat people. Because society is a bitch. It really is a fucking bitch. And in many ways, I saw this, because as most of you guys know, that this year has been hitting me like a freight train. 2019 has been a very difficult year for me. I've hit rock bottom twice. I had 2 jobs, got it all cut short, but I have this new job right now, and it's been very difficult for me. And I could just imagine if things got a lot worse in my life, this was like a cautionary thing for me to never end up like what the Joker did. Which, all that stuff could be preventable. But when you're a person that is pushed way too fucking far over onto the edge, I mean, you wonder, you're gonna have people like the Joker. You will have people like James Holmes. I mean, that's just how it is. But, god damn it, Give Joaquin Phoenix a fucking Oscar. And my dog is barking. So yeah, I guess that this is sort of a Crucifixion of the mainstream media episode, mostly because I was talking about on how most mainstream media articles were talking about how this was gonna cause some shit, and we're begging for shit like this to happen so they can make articles after articles to get some hit pieces and clicks and stuff so they can have a very fat fucking paycheck, if you catch my fucking drift. But it mostly was just me talking about how I really felt about this movie. So I guess in many ways it is a sort of a little mini Death Metaler Cinemas crossover review onto Joker. What did you guys think about the movie Joker? Did you see it? Did you really like it? Leave your comments down below to tell me how you felt about Joker. And if you all haven't seen it, I highly fucking encourage you to watch this movie. It is so fucking good. DC has been hitting some rough waters this decade, but this is like their fucking big break right here. I just have to say, this is probably one of the best DC movies ever since the Dark Knight trilogy. So that's all I gotta say right here. Without further ado, ladies and gents, I am Atticus the Death Metaler. Hope you like this video. Subscribe to my channel. Links are down in the description below. Keep it metal and have an excellent and blessed day, y'all.